welcome back to the onerous debate and to another edition of Raw Out of 10. Damian Priest retained his World Heavyweight Championship on Saturday at Backlash, but not without controversy following Finn Balor and JD McDonagh, the Archer of Infamy, expressed frustration over his teammates' involvement, hinting at dissension within the dominant Judgment Day. And what goes next will be the big question. But yeah, let's get straight into it. But we started things off with Drew McIntyre against Finn Balor, which was originally scheduled, but GM Adam Pearce revealed he'd been medically disqualified, so Jey Uso replaced him. And yeah, Damian Priest opened up Raw just 48 hours after his win, despite telling his teammates not to be involved, rather than imposing the group. It was not in making amends. So yeah, the dissension kind of over for now, but I think we'll see more of it. But an overzealous Balor, believing he would continue Judgment Day's momentous 2 days, thought he was going to get a bye, but Jey Uso came out. The Irishman worked over Uso throughout the middle portion of the match, keeping him grounded and preventing explosive comeback. When Jey did fight, it appeared as though a late match appearance by McIntyre and raged over a turn of events that led to his DQ from the competition would cost him the match. Instead, the babyface stayed focused, downed Balor with a spear and advanced in the competition to the dismount at the start. So we got the latest in Judgment Day storyline, of course, with Jey Uso and McIntyre also adding their own elements to it. An eventful opening half an hour, nearly every minute meaning something to an ongoing storyline, and a really fun match as well. So yeah, I thought this was a really strong start to the show. 7 out of 10. Moments after Drew McIntyre drove off, CM Punk arrived at the XL Centre in Hartford, Connecticut and made his way to the ring. He cut another scathing promo on the Scottish Warriors to delight the crowd. There wasn't much in the way of storyline development here, but Punk with a live microphone and an audience ate it up. It's always almost a recipe for success, and this was definitely the case here. Another really fun promo, and the entertaining storyline continued. Moving on into the Queen of the Ring, Natalya against Io Sky, and Damage Control made their Raw return on Monday with Io Sky in the tournament, as one would expect given the talent never involved. It's a strong match highlighting both women. Sky benefited from some interference from Dakota Kai and Kairi Sane, but it was a mostly fair contest that saw the Queen of Hearts fight back, only for Dai's distraction to cost her the win. After that match, Kai mentioned Becky Lynch is potentially planting the seed for a feud between the faction and the man throughout the summer, which I'll definitely be intrigued in seeing. But yeah, I think for this match we got the right result. Obviously some distraction wasn't too surprising, but you know, I thought on the whole it worked pretty alright, and yeah, gets a 6 out of 10 from me, let's say. Before it was time for Ricochet against Ilya Dragunov in the King of the Ring tournament, and yeah, Ilya introduced himself to the unfamiliar with his work via an extraordinary match with Ricochet in the opening round of the King of the Ring tournament. The Mad Dragon used intense speeds to cut off the high-flying WWE Speed Champions, high-flying Arsenal, and utilised the running foreruns, flatten the one and only, and score the whole fought victory. The win sets Dragunov up for a match with Jey Uso, and if it doesn't indicate what Triple H and management will see in a former NXT champion, nothing will. The match will be equally strong with greater crowd heat, that thanks to the presence of the Uso and his momentum, they kind of were afforded. So yeah, I thought this was really good, a great way to introduce Ilya to the main roster, made him look like a beast, and yeah, Ricochet as ever, allowing him to put on a really great match. Yeah, I thought this was excellent. 7 out of 10 from me. Before it was time for Zoe Stark to take on Ivy Nile, and Zoe Stark advanced in the next round, defeating a fellow former NXT star. Both competitors are incredibly gifted athletes, but any in-ring chemistry wasn't there, and inexperience did show at times. The results were spots that took too long and set up an execution that wasn't always smooth. Stark won with her Z360 finisher in what was probably a right call, but yeah, this probably wasn't the strongest match in the card, and I don't think it helped coming straight after that banger between Ricochet and Ilya, unfortunately. So yeah, unfortunately I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. We then got Big Bronson Reed against Chad Gable. Fueled by vengefulness after his shot at the IC Championship was ruined by Chad Gable, Big Bronson battled the leader of the Alpha Academy in singles competition. As the action intensified, Sami Zayn hit the ring and attacked Gable, unleashing weeks of rage on the man who beat him down in front of his family in Montreal. The brawl between Zayn and Gable ended with Reed attacking both men and leaving them lying. All signs appear to be pointing towards a three-way dance between Zayn, Gunther and Reed for the IC title, a match that should be a ton of fun and the next logical advancements in any rivalry between the former two. So yeah, I'm not against this at all. Normally I don't like no finishes, but this one definitely made sense in the context of the storyline. And yeah, like I say, very intrigued to see where it goes next, so I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Before Becky Lynch joined Michael Cole in the ring for a special sit-down interview, Lynch put over the young stars who will forge the future of women's wrestling before being interrupted by Liv Morgan, and a tense back and forth imposed, with Morgan revealing her papers, taking everything away from the women's world champion Rhea Ripley, and to do that she has to be the man at King and Queen of the Ring. Damage Control attacked Lynch while Morgan bailed. Lyra Valkyrie made a save, setting up the night's next match, but this was mostly a one-dimensional segment, but it laid the groundwork for the woman who will oppose Lynch in the near future. It also established the respect between the man and Valkyrie, potentially setting up for them to be partners on the show going forward. So yeah, I think it did a nice job of kind of setting several different aspects. Before it's time for Lyra Valkyrie Valkyria against Dakota Kai in Queen of the Ring. Lyra wasted no time establishing herself on the main roster, Kai coming to the aid of Becky Lynch and then defeating Dakota Kai. They had a kind of match that continues trend of quality in the in-ring action Monday night, delivering a competitive match that saw the latter turn one of her best main roster performances to date. The former women's champion of NXT answered with the same resiliency that defined her reign on the black and gold brand. But Victoria decided to deliver the Nightwing and set out the win. Perhaps it's a bit presumptive, but it would not be surprising to see her make the finals of the Raw brackets. So yeah, it gets 7 out of 10 from me. I thought it was really good stuff. Big win for Lyra. And yeah, 7 out of 10. Before it's time for the King of the Ring tournament, Sheamus against Gunther, one of the greatest hard-hitting rivalries in pro wrestling, reignited on Monday in the main event overall. A King and Queen of the Ring tournament match pitting Gunther against Sheamus. Both men pummeled each other from the opening bell, painting each other's chest red with weights. However, interference from Ludwig Kaiser that targeted the knee of the Celtic Warrior put Sheamus on the defensive for the majority of the match and gave Gunther the target to focus his attention on. He did just that. Every time Sheamus fought his way back into the match, Gunther refocused the knee before forcing a submission to the half Boston Crab. But there's nothing classic physical encounter between these two. He can keep on delivering. This one had the added story of Kaiser's involving in setting up the finish, which also protected Sheamus. Gunther winning made sense as he's definitely the favourite to win. And yeah, nothing has changed the perception about that. And yeah, this was just another great match to highlight how great both of these are. So yeah, good stuff. 8 out of 10. On the whole, Raw gets a 7 out of 10 from me. I thought, a really enjoyable episode of Raw from start to finish. Some of the matches, including the main event, well, especially the main event, were really good. I love these tournaments because, often throughout we get some really good matches. So yeah, gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Like I say, really good stuff on the whole. Hey guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.